Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 9 on Fargo CW.
You're in that vulnerable state, you're not always as skeptical as you necessarily should be. So I do think that people could easily be susceptible to this.
A warning tonight that a popular type of adoption is exposing generous families to people with bad intentions. Identified adoption is when a family looking to adopt a baby and a birth mom find each other on their own, often through social media. That type of adoption is becoming a lot more common, and Facebook is helping to connect them. However, it's also allowing scammers to pose as an expecting mother and take advantage of those with a big heart. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson met a family who was targeted and has their story.
Llama, red pajama, listens quiet for his mama.
Once upon a time, adoption was something families weren't exactly open about.
Little llama, don't you know? Mama llama loves you so.
However, that narrative is being rewritten by families like the Andersons.
Feels alone without his mama.
Kim and Brandon love telling their story, and hundreds of people like following along with the online version. Almost 2 years ago, they adopted Kinsley after finding the birth mom on Facebook through their adoption page. But the process wasn't as picture perfect as it seems.
It's a scary process choosing adoption. I mean, it was something that we never had planned for ourselves. And so when we chose it, one of the things, again, that they said is, do your own outreach. You'd be surprised what birth mothers will find in you. And so we just put ourselves out there, and we're generally private people. And so putting ourselves out there was really difficult.
Kinsley's birth mom wasn't the first to appear in their inbox.
It was a young, attractive woman, probably in her early 20s, that started messaging us.
They talked for hours, exchanged pictures, and soon asked Brandon and Kim to be the adoptive parents.
We entertained the idea because what other choice did we have, really? If we didn't entertain it, we might be losing out on, potentially expanding our family.
Thankfully, Brandon noticed something was off with the ultrasound picture.
This is the one she sent us, and this is from the Google search. So I found the same exact picture. I mean, you can tell that it was the same thing. When you sent that, it was like, well, that's obviously not your picture. This is a picture from 2009 on YouTube.
So they did a bit more digging.
He was actually impersonating somebody else using her name and picture. And so I found that, and it didn't match up with the story that she was giving us. And so so I confronted her about it, and then it was, quickly, I'm sorry, I just need somebody to talk to. I'll never do this again. And then the Facebook account was gone.
The Andersons didn't lose any money, just time, but they learned a valuable lesson: to have an open but cautious heart.
What they're exploiting is your hope and, your potential for love, and that's what makes it so difficult.
Because you have to trust somebody, and so they're exploiting your weakness to try to get something out of you.
While using social media comes with risk, they had to take that risk, or else they wouldn't have found their daughter, Kinsley.
We're so grateful to her birth family and to her birth mother for reaching out to us on that same Facebook page a few months later.
And soon,
go by scooter, go by skis.
They're going to take that risk again.
Stop, dog, stop, the light is red.
To give Kinsley a brother or sister and a storybook ending. In Fargo, Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
A local adoption agency tells us in the state of North Dakota, families are required to go through an adoption agency even if they find the birth mother on their own. Oftentimes, agencies will be able to confirm the mom's identity and that she is actually pregnant before they begin to financially support her. The money families give to birth moms isn't refundable, even if the mom decides at that last moment to keep her baby. Coming up after weather, caught on camera, a Fargo woman is warning others after catching suspicious activity outside of her home. Plus, the ball gets rolling during FM Pride Week. More on this week's events in just a few moments. But first, Robert, it's been a fairly nice evening for us, even given that quick bout of rain. How's the rest of the night looking?
Yeah, a few isolated showers earlier this evening. Most of those have dissipated here in the Fargo-Moorhead area as we take a live look outside on the CorwinAuto.com Valley Skycam, part of the Storm Team's Skycam network. Mostly clear skies, and the pyrotechnic show out at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds getting ready to get underway. Last night's show postponed to tonight. Looking off towards the west, they have set off a few, but none going on right now. 69 degrees, winds very light. out of the north and northeast at 5 miles per hour. Temperatures elsewhere, we're in the 60s, 69 degrees here in Fargo, the warm spot 67 up in Grand Forks, 63 in the Baudette area, and 65 in Bemidji. Winds have become light. They're going to remain light as we head through the overnight hours. In fact, many areas will see some calm winds, already seeing that in many locations. And with that little bit of rain we've had over the past couple of days, calm winds and clearing skies, we could see some patchy fog develop by tomorrow morning. Right now, just a few clouds left, mainly down in the southern portions of the valley, and along with that, the last remaining showers and storms still going right east of the Elbow Lake area, sliding off towards the south. This should dissipate in the next hour or so. Northern Plains, most of the activity that we had earlier, that continues to go by the wayside, and across the national map, we've got some showers and some thunderstorms. Some of those severe inside the severe thunderstorm watch there. Several severe thunderstorm warnings in southeastern Colorado and southwestern Kansas. More showers and storms making their way through the southeastern U.S. For us, as we head through the rest of the night, those last few showers and rumbles of thunder getting on out of here. It's going to be a cool night tonight, clear skies, and again, that chance for some patchy fog. We're going to see overnight lows dipping down into the low and mid 50s across most of the region. As we start off tomorrow, we'll see plenty of sunshine outside of the areas that see the patchy fog. That fog, any that we do see, will burn off quickly, and we're going to see lots of sunshine throughout most of the day tomorrow. A few clouds build in the afternoon. This model showing maybe an isolated shower or storm in our far southwestern counties. I think it's overdoing that just a little bit. I think maybe an isolated sprinkle possible in our far eastern counties. Highs in the 70s across the entire region, cooling back down into the 60s by tomorrow evening. Here in Fargo, we start off with a refreshing 54-degree temperature. By lunchtime, though, a nice warm up into the low 70s, and later on in the day, we're going to top it out right around 80 degrees. Picture of the day, a gorgeous shot of sunflowers and a thunderstorm in Leonard. Thanks to Andrea for sending that in. Going to use that as the backdrop to our 7-day forecast. And again, mostly quiet as we head through your Friday. A chance for some late day showers late Saturday night and early on Sunday. Mid-80s Monday and Tuesday. Late in the day on Wednesday. A chance for some showers and thunderstorms after a hot afternoon.
And that's to be expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
Thanks, Robert. This home security camera caught a suspicious-looking man at the front door of a home in South Fargo earlier today. Now the homeowner wants people in the Lewis and Clark neighborhood to be on the lookout. These types of doorbell cameras are becoming more and more popular. Take a look. This video taken from one was posted to the neighborhood watch site next door, warning others of the men who appear to be snooping around in the neighborhood. Valley News Team's Molly Casey talks to a woman who lives nearby, who says cameras outside helps her feel more secure inside her home.
That's freaky. That's scary.
A post on Nextdoor alerted neighbors that two men in a white Chevy Traverse were casing houses near 15th Street and 14th Avenue South, leaving neighbors like Kathy Westberg concerned.
This neighborhood's pretty quiet, so when somebody that doesn't belong in the neighborhood is around, you do kind of question, well, what's this person doing? Why are they here?
The post included this video from a Ring doorbell camera. One of the men approached the home and then ran next door, and the video is invaluable to police.
We can show our beat officers that, they know what to look for, they know who to look for, or maybe we already know or we recognize that individual who's in the video.
Officer Schindeldecker of the Fargo Police Department says doorbell cameras like Ring can help prevent crime or help police identify suspicious activity.
You know, maybe it matches up with someone that we're already currently kind of watching, or we have an open case on, or there is a suspect in something, and it puts them in that neighborhood.
Westberg says her cameras have helped catch a theft in the past and says she feels safer with them up.
They are a comfort to know that you don't have to answer the door.
Officer Schindeldecker encourages the use of doorbell cams like Westberg's or smaller ones like Ring. In fact, Westberg says she's now going to check her cameras to see if the Chevy drove by her house too. From Fargo, Molly Casey, Valley News Live.
Officer Schindeldecker says that if you do catch suspicious activity on your doorbell camera, contact police or dispatch and send in the video as well. And cameras outside your home is just one of the tools Fargo police say can help them track down burglars and vandals in your neighborhood. Doorbell cameras can be picked up at your area retailers. We checked at Best Buy. They range from anywhere from $180 to $250. You can also order them online from doorbell camera product manufacturers for around the same price. We also checked Amazon.com. We found a smaller, lower quality doorbell camera for about $35. The Fargo police officer fired earlier this week is trying to get his job back, and Fargo's assistant city attorney says they will have a hearing sometime within the next 30 days. David Belke is appealing to his firing. to the city's Civil Service Commission. Belke lost his job after an internal investigation that concluded he had not filed reports, lacked empathy, and was disrespectful toward the department, among other things. But Belke says the fact that he is willing to go through this very public process shows his true character. City officials and Belke and his attorney will have to agree on a time to set the hearing. He had been with the department for 15 years. And we also have a follow-up on a story we've covered for you back in April. A cremation company used by some families in the valley has been ordered to stop doing business in their home state of Colorado after, quote, willful and deliberate violations of the Mortuary Science Code. A regulatory body there suspended the registration of Heritage Crematory Services. Valley News Live previously reported on the company and the problems they cause for some people in our area, including long delays of service and refusal of some local funeral homes to work with the company. Heritage claims to be local, but they actually just outsource their jobs to local companies. 12 states have issued cease and desist orders, and 30 complaints have been registered with the Federal Trade Commission. And remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. That way you can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day. Events leading up to the big Pride rally this weekend are underway, with FM Pride getting things started with some bowling. All ages were invited to knock down some pins, whether or not they're a part of the LGBTQ community. Bowling itself was free, with the option to leave a free will donation. The event underscores a series of events celebrating acceptance and diversity in the FM community.
I think it's just a way of kind of encouraging people to come out, enjoy themselves, and getting each other as a community come together and enjoy, our diverse backgrounds.
The events will continue throughout the week, including trivia and karaoke going on right now at Rhombus Guys Pizza.